We're talking about wedding trends to keep in mind this year with the owner of Alexandra Lillian Weddings and Events. Alexandra, thank you so much for coming in and joining us this morning.
Thanks, I'm so excited to be here.
Well, you know what? It's a beautiful display that you've brought in, and it's getting a lot of people who might be going to weddings, planning weddings, or having a wedding in the mood to start planning. So in terms of trends, where do we start with color?
So back in 2017, we saw the emergence of the very minimalist trend in weddings. So a lot of clean, crisp whites and greenery. So in 2018, we're seeing that continue on, but with the addition of periwinkle blue.
Okay, so for those of us who haven't heard of this color, give us a bit more detail. I know we've got splashes of it in the designs you've brought today.
Totally. Well, it's a very romantic color. Blue is definitely a very spring, summery color. So yeah, we're just seeing it emerge a lot more.
Okay, now talk about the flowers and something that we might be seeing this year for wedding trends there.
Totally. So we're seeing a lot more tidy, slightly smaller bouquets. So this bouquet was made by the Flower House. Jordan, the owner, did an incredible job putting it together. So we're seeing those creams, those whites, that pop of greenery, and of course the periwinkle blue.
Very pretty, and all different accents, which I always like to see.
A lot of different textures. It's fun to play with different things.
And experts would know. That's why we need some advice sometimes, because you want it to look good on the big day. Now, how about the cake? What is your advice there?
So this cake is incredible. I especially love the cookie cake topper that you see there. And so Sweet Impressions actually made this cake for us. And their thing that they specialize in is the cookie cake topper. So you get to personalize it. I believe this one says love. But you can also add your initials and kind of play with some fun things.
Nice.
But we see that clean, crisp white base, and then the periwinkle blue just kind of brushed along the base there.
Okay. I like that it's brushed along. It's kind of a neat
Totally. It's a nice
look.
accent.
Yeah, different colors. You usually see a lot of pink. So if this is trending this year, we'll keep our eyes open for it.
Totally.
Of course, the dress, Alex. That's a big deal. What is your advice there, and what are we going to be seeing in magazines, different weddings ahead?
Totally. So like I mentioned before, we're seeing that trend towards minimalism. So you see that in the base of the dress here with the basic fabric. But on the top, there's the added flair of drama. So we see that in the beading, as well as the nice sheer fabric. So it almost looks like you're wearing nothing except for the beads. So it's very nice, and that's by a local designer, Anna Lang.
Okay, so nice to keep all of this local. And if people still are feeling stressed, weddings are very hard to plan, what's something that you'd want them to keep in mind?
Start early. Honestly, book your few key vendors at the very beginning, and then just do everything month by month after that. So with a wedding planner, we'd help you with that process and guide you, and just kind of remind you what to do next.
How early are we talking here?
Honestly, as soon as you get engaged, within a couple of weeks, start doing those key things.
Okay. And if people want more information from you or assistance, whereabouts would they be able to find you online?
So I have my website, alweddingswinnipeg.com, and of course social media, so Instagram, Facebook, and of course Pinterest if you want any wedding ideas.
Yeah, lots of different places to find that inspiration for the big day. Alex, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.